Alright, so continuing on our spring cleaning, maintenance, making sure shit works, we're on to the next helicopter. So now we've got the UH-60, and I've actually converted this into a Pave Hawk. I don't have my little tube on there. It's back at the shop because this is just fucking maintenance and shit. So you can see it how much weight it takes to balance this thing out, because I have no lead in the nose whatsoever in this thing. You can see all the way up in there, it's all clear. So I just put the packs up there instead of putting all the other stuff in there. But this one runs the Phoenix Tech 500 kV, and I got my ESC up here, and I think they were intending on putting the batteries up here, but you know, it just, this particular one, I just put them up in the nose. So we will see how well this does today, and see if some of the changes I made to it, because I put in an idle RPM in it. We'll see if I remembered to do everything like I should have. And if I get lucky, maybe I'll even practice some bucket work. You know, just coming over one spot and seeing if I can actually hit the same spot over and over. yeah, whatever. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, there it is. Spring cleaning, 2018. All right, let's see how my new programming did for the rotor RPM. So there's a programmed 500 RPM, and the flight RPM is at, what did I have it, 1250? Something like that? So that went pretty good, you know, for not flying it for 6-7 months or whatever. So you can see, so you see that went pretty well. I'm choking and hacking over here. So I put in a flight RPM of the 1250 or 1200, whatever it was that I programmed in there. I'm not exactly sure. And a idle RPM of 500. And I put in the same exact settings that I did in the 412. Now these are older mechanics than the 412, but you can see whenever I switched it from flight RPM to idle RPM, on this one, came right down. Just sank like a rock. And on the 412, it goes forever. I have to actually add pitch in order to get it to slow down. So even if you put the exact same settings in the same type of helicopter, things just end up being different. But so I had the RPM change rate, whatever it is, I don't know exactly what it is. I had it at 2 on this one. I have it at 2 on the 412. So I'm going to change this one to 1, and we'll see if it actually does anything different. But we're going to go fly, just to have fun. And you can see how freaking tight that thing barely fits on that that pad. So I got to hit it dead on. And it's just like landing on the damn dolly with the llama. Shit, there's no room at all. So anyway, we're gonna fly. Alright, so what I'm going to show you guys right now is the helicopter's in heading hold mode. And I have a switch on here that lets me change it to a rate mode to see if my mechanical is set up on the tail correctly. So I'm going to switch it and see where it goes. And that would be not mechanically set correctly. That was horrible. So it looks like I need to add a little bit more mechanical tail into it so that it will hold in that position. So it's overdriving the tail right now. Once I put it in heading hold mode, it comes right back. So there, that's what you use the rate mode for, to make sure that your tail is mechanically set up. So, the one thing I did forget to set up was my timer. Add a different switch, turns off the timer. So now I gotta check to see how much juice I actually have. Oh yeah, when we changed, I switched to the mechanical to see if it was set up mechanically on the tail. Well, this will be the reason why. See that tail? There's like hardly anything on it. And actually, you know, it's pointed right at the outside edge of the rotor head. You can see where it's lined up there. So I need to add a little bit more. This is a heavy bitch, just like all Robans are. Fucking heavy bitch. So when we get back to the shop, we'll add some more mechanical into that and test it again and see if it works. So